Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of You Know with your girl Bree Nikhil. And today I have a special guest in the building. I'm not gonna introduce her. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Talk to the people for me.
Man, what's up, Miss Brina Kale?
Yeah.
It's Treasure Nicole, your favorite Scorpio, but also my R&B sister. We here, and I'm just proud of you for doing this, first of all, and having me on here. So this lit.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we celebrate, man.
Yes. Today is 420. For the people out there, y'all gonna see it after, but we've indulged a little bit.
All right.
We might indulge a little bit more. I don't know what my roller want to do back there. She might want to pass it to us, but hey, we just gonna kick it off the right way. I'm gonna let Treasure introduce herself the right way. You know, if you had a pitch, what they call it, a 2-minute pitch, how would you
2 minutes?
introduce yourself? Under 2 minutes.
I would say, man, my name is Treasure. My age doesn't matter because time is limitless, you know what I'm saying? I'm a singer, songwriter, model, host, actress. Wherever you see a camera, you might see me. You know, I feel like I'm one of the voices of my generation. Shout out to the voices that I looked up to, and everybody coming after me too. To know me is to love me, you know what I'm saying? So, we here.
We here. Funny you say that. You talked about influences. That was my first question for you. Who is your greatest influence in this R&B world?
Man, and there's nobody that I can think of other than Whitney Houston, and she's bigger than R&B, right? She's just the queen of the universe. She just the swagger, the style, the class, and still having that street edge. I think it was just the perfect woman, you know. So that's why the perfect voice came out of it.
Yes, sir. So let me ask you this question. My girl I'm probably gonna get it in the car, but it's okay.
Okay.
Who would you choose? Aretha or Whitney, and why?
Aretha or Whitney? I'm gonna say Whitney. Yeah, I'm gonna say Whitney.
First of all, can we cheers?
Let's toast to that.
I finally found someone to agree with me.
I got you.
And just tell the people, well, you already talked about the queen. We already talked about that. We're going to sip.
Ooh, I forgot it was something in that one.
Yeah, that's a little rough. We call that the hurricane. How you spelling it?
What you say? H-E-R.
Hurricane. Okay, so this was a collective, idea. I can't take it by myself. Y'all just got to taste it. We got some. I don't even want to shout them out like that.
Don't tell them.
I ain't, you know what? You got to visit the show.
You got to come to the show.
You got to come to the show for that. So let me ask you another question. Let's dive deeper to your creative process, to your artistry. Tell us how you got the name Treasure and what that means for you.
Well, it's so crazy. Like, I was born with the name Treasure, so my real name is actually Treasure.
Okay.
It's really Treasur, but everyone calls me Treasure, and they have since I was little. My dad was trying to be fancy and French, and all that stuff. And I think ultimately, though, it just came down to him seeing something in me that I was too young to see at the moment. So he knew what he was looking at. So every day I have to live up to that. So that's my real name, y'all. It's on my license.
Okay. How long have you been doing this music thing? Like, you was born into it, or you picked it up on your own?
No, definitely born into it. My dad, he was a piano player. Played a little bit of the drums, and my uncle was a pastor and a poet. He went by the name of Sorrow. He was a poet. My mom was a praise and worship leader, so all of that stuff combined, you grew up seeing that stuff, it's almost like you have no choice but to be it, right? Because that's all that's around you.
For sure.
And yeah, I would say I was born into it, and I was meant to do it, really.
Okay. Now, fun fact about us both. I happened to see you out there on, I don't know what social site we was on, but I saw you at a pair of drums. You was at the set and you was playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's my sister for real.
Yeah.
Because I too am a drummer.
Yeah.
And what did, and Mo, I would like to right along in here, if we can find that clip of when Will Smith on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he told Uncle Phil, a girl that can play the drums. Shout out to Sheila E., who is like one of my biggest influencers. I have to give it to my cousin though. Like I started playing the drums, watching my cousin play the drums. Whenever he came to my parents' church. Backstory: I come from a 2-pastor household, and so singing and all of that has been a part of my dynamic since I can remember.
Yeah.
And I literally, this is how I know God birthed it in me. I used to just watch him, watch his feet, watch his hand pattern, nobody taught me nothing.
Yeah.
I literally got up there just randomly when nobody was in the sanctuary, and I just started playing. And my mother and them quickly invested. Now I was at the crib. My mother was saying, I get the pots and pans, and I just play behind her and stuff. And that was like, oh, that's cute. Anybody probably could do that, She'd be like, oh, that's not. But when I really got up there and I held the beat and I was, do, she was impressed, man. When I had got suspended, actually, this particular year, I got suspended right before the Christmas break. And I just knew I wasn't going to get nothing. Baby, I woke up on Christmas. It was a full drum set down there. And she explained to me, I see your gift. I see your talent. I didn't get this for you like that. I got this for your future.
Wow.
And I'm grateful for that moment. That's when I became a real drummer to me. That's when I took it serious. So when did you start taking drumming seriously? And I ain't gonna even say drumming. We're percussionists.
I love it.
There's a difference. So when did you start taking it real seriously?
Well, I had started a little similar to you. I was in a church and I was watching this guy named Jeremy. I'll never forget. He was the actual church drummer for the church that my dad was playing piano for. So during like choir rehearsals and stuff, I was sitting right next to the drummer, like almost as close as I can get. And I would just watch and listen. And when he gets off to go to the bathroom or he gets off to do something, I'll get on and he'll be like, and one day he was like, man, let me just teach you how to do like the basic, And after he did that, I just was testing it out like in services sometime and just get better and better. And I think I didn't start taking it serious until my dad had his own church and they actually made me the drummer of that church. And I was like, whoa, it's like every Sunday, we need you to drum for 2.5 hours. And be on point. Because, that church criticism be different on that musicality.
It hits different.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I got a church girl on the couch. My girl is a church girl too. She comes, we have the same dynamic too. I was a part of the praise team, was over the praise team, the youth choir, all of that. So me and her share that. But we don't share the musicality of it, like you say, the actual instrumentation. Please talk to the people about church and its views and the drum and the drums and the organ and how does that play a a factor in the praise and worship? How tricky can it be? Did you ever have a bad experience? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think in all the arenas that we go in and we test our skills, we have good and bad experiences. And I think there's a thing called church hurt, right? And I didn't necessarily get church hurt from the criticism in my music more so than I did when I started coming into my own personality and my own style. And it was kind of different than what the denomination kind of was used to seeing visually, but it was like, okay, yeah, it was just the youth. It was just bringing the, when you come from a Methodist or even if you come from a Baptist, whatever your denomination is, I come from a church where you know, they want you to wear the skirt down to your legs. I remember churches like that. And my dad actually played for 3 different churches every Sunday, and it was all different denominations. So it was Methodist, Baptist, and Kojic, all in one.
Oh, wow.
All in one day. So from on Sunday from maybe 10 a.m. all the way from the Kojic church would end at like 6 p.m. Like my dad would be out, and I would go with him, and I would see all these different types of ways of praise and worship and things like that. And I think that's what made me so versatile when I got into my own genre of R&B as well, being able to reach all people. Because even when you listen to R&B, there's Jill Scott R&B, and then there's Ari Lennox R&B. You know, so it's like they're both R&B, but the ear is accustomed. The ear likes what it likes, and I want to be able to touch everybody. I want all of them. You know, I even want the church people. I want, because that's where I come from, and without that, I don't think I would be what I am now.
For sure. Respect. Now, I wanted to dabble in that a little bit more, but since you said this person, pay attention to the energies. We wasn't nowhere near each other today.
No.
So I was going to ask you a question about verses. I was going to put these 2 women together. And it was Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
Okay.
And because you dropped her name, this is a good segue into that.
Definitely.
Who would you pick and why?
Wow. It's hard.
You remember they verses as you think. You remember the verses that they did when Versus was out? You watched it?
I did.
That was an amazing vibe to me.
Yeah.
Do you remember that night?
I remember. Amongst other Versus nights, I remember, that was one of definitely the classic nights for sure.
So just off of that night alone, who you would have chose?
I'm gonna still say who I would have chose anyway, and I'm gonna say Jill. I mean, Erykah, she got the sex appeal, man. She got the energy, you know, all of that. I'm sure there would be, I'm sure she would put a spell on me if I saw her, you know. But when it comes to Jill, it's authentic. It's I don't know. It's classic. It's something that, you know, when I hear, let's take a long walk around the park. Like, that's pure soul music. So I gotta give it to her, man. But Erykah is style and all of that, and sexy and shit. Erykah got it. But
man, first of all, I want to touch on 2 things first, 3. So let's count our cards. We should have 7.
this one dropped.
That one dropped. Yeah, give me that. And shout out to the people in the room for keeping me on track, because the conversations have been a little bit, you know, just
that's how you know.
It's a vibe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7.
Yeah, I do too.
So I want to talk about 2 things. I'm gonna talk about Erykah Badu and her Pussy Forum. Yes. And then I want to talk about first Jill Scott and the mic stroke. Let's have some chat about that.
Okay.
When guests go first, matter of fact. When I saw Jill Scott stroke that microphone, she gained. I liked her even more.
Yeah, Jill is cold-blooded, man.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like, I know she's an incredible writer and an impeccable singer. But now you got to go again. It reversed back to you.
I go fast. I reversed myself. I ain't got shit.
It's funny. Like, you threw it down so confidently. Like,
I knew I was in the game.
Man, that part of her, I'm so glad. Ooh, that's a good one. But since we're playing stacks, I can stack on top of you. Now, okay. No. Okay, damn. Well, you got another draw too?
No.
Catch your breath.
No, another draw.
You got to draw 2.
Damn, hold on. When y'all...
Yeah, that's a stack. That's called.
So I draw 2 myself?
Yeah, you got to draw 6. 2, 4, 6.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let me finish talk while you drunk. Hey, shorty, she stroked that microphone like that. She became a new person to me. Like that added to her,
Yeah.
to everything about her. And I
I'm
know
alright with
that was
this.
yeah, it's on YouTube. I'm all right with I was very impressed, and I admired her for that was
Can I put all these down?
yeah, you can put all them down. I was it took a bold person to do something like that. And a lot of people would talk about, oh well, she demeaned herself. Oh no, all right, what's the color? Green. You got this. You got it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Treasure one. Breeze zero. Very
1-0.
good. 1-0. My question to you is, do you think she demeaned herself? As I pull from the mystery box. So the rule is, if you lose, you have to pull from the box
Oh,
and answer
okay.
the question. So
Mm-hmm.
I lost. So do you think that she demeaned herself? A lot of people were saying that, like she just demeaned herself. Like
Nah, people just ain't used to seeing her in that light. They was shocked to feel probably what they was feeling like, because everybody was. I remember when Jill Scott was out and popping, they were so focused on all the wrong things. You know, all the things that could be changed, or all the things that and it's like she been Jill Scott, like so. Nope,
yeah.
I think she did it right at the right time. Like, yeah, okay. They was expecting her to be on her, her Jennifer Hudson stuff, just standing there, kind of flat foot. No, we gonna go in. Cause she up against Erica. Erica's a sex symbol, so
Yes.
you can't go up against Erica and not let some of that come out for you.
Man, do you think she kind of bypassed on that, or
No, I don't think. I don't know. Erica like top five. She in my
yeah?
top five.
So let's talk about, okay, before we answer the Erica question. It says, tell everybody. I just came up with this one. Tell everybody in the room something dope about themselves. And I like that
Yeah,
because
that's
I
dope.
like everybody in the room. I'm in love with somebody in the room, you guys. So I'll save her for last. But Mo, the guy behind the cameraman, I think that he has the dopest personality. He's very humble. 290 Mo, that is. You can follow him on all streaming platforms. 290 Mo podcast. I shout out to him. I gave him his flowers in episode 2. I think me and my girl did. And he just allowed us to come onto his platform, and he really supporting the dream, the goal, the vision. He's just a humble guy. And I don't take it lightly. It's a lot of creeps in this industry, man, that sometimes they don't want payment in currency. They want something else. I don't get that vibe from him, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also proud that he doing this shit out here. He won the 312 awards. You know what I'm saying, for podcast of the year. So man, we got to clap it up for that. I think that was phenomenal to do. Hard, cause it was some ones out there, and you won over their ass. So we got to pay homage to that. Now to Treasure, Nicole. I watched her. I watched you perform. You had your own night at Tribe, I think it was.
Ah, yes. Y'all did come
That,
through. Y'all came through.
when you did that up there with that live band, I was thoroughly impressed. Like, yo, like she could really sing. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a studio voice, it's a real voice, a skill. And then your production, your performance, it was spot on. How you was mixing shit in there and mixing songs, and that shit was, man, phenomenal. So I just admire you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And you came to my March 6th shit and just shut it down. You had your videographer up there. You was snapping. I'm like, oh wow. I'm just honored,
Yeah.
to know you and everything, to know Mo, to know you. And that goes to my girl, Johnny Dimitri, man. First of all, Lord have mercy. If I said a name, everybody will probably know in Chicago. Like, oh, that's it. Man, one thing you can't take away from her, excuse my language, but she's a singing ass bitch. And she is well respected in the city, man. And I'm just happy to call her my homie, lover, friend, man. She inspires me in so many ways. I just think she's an all around talent, and she introduced me to the people in the room, and so I'm grateful for that. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Follow all three of them, 290 Mo podcast on all streaming platforms, Treasur, all streaming platforms, and Johnny Dimitri. And hey, and I'm Brittany Kell once again, shameless plug. You know what I'm saying? But next question, Treasur. I lost and shit.
I love how even when you lose, it feels like everybody won because it's like you pulled a question that just uplifted everybody's.
Man, yeah, I appreciate it.
Win-win situation.
Yes, ma'am. 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. 7 had to count it out loud.
Yeah.
To make sure. But what are your plans outside of music but still in the industry, if that makes sense?
Excuse me. Well, pretty much what I'm trying to like do now. I think just as far as like, I definitely want to write for other artists. I want to even write for like film and TV. Whether it's like, it can be theme songs, it can be songs just for anything really. I wanna see my face on billboards. I want to be modeling. I want to be acting. Everything. The color's yellow, by the way. So
Okay, bet.
and just all in one. I want to be like an octopus of the industry. I want to be doing 8 things and all that stuff coming back to me in fruition. You know. Yep.
Okay. Do you have any influencers outside of the music but in the industry, if that makes sense?
Outside of the music, but in the industry, like somebody who's in the industry that don't do music, but that's.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Hold on, pause. You funny as hell. So I got a question. If I put down a skip, am I skipping myself? Because last
No,
time.
it comes back to you.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Wop out.
Damn.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna wop out.
Woo. I'm grateful because just let me get one in front of the
I
audience.
feel
You understand? But I'm sorry to cut you out. Go
I
ahead.
don't forget what was the question.
I
What you
think
said?
I said this is 420, so I probably forgot too. I said any influences outside of music, but still in the industry as you pull your card.
Oh yeah. I like a lot of motivational speakers too. I like Eric Thomas. He like a hip hop preacher. They would call him. Oh, this shit blank. Was blank. That's crazy. I picked this one. Oh, and just different, other different motivational speakers. Like I look up to like, it's this guy named Newbury. He like a Muslim. He like a Muslim teacher. Like so, it's just a lot of different people that I look up to, and I think being that versatile and really going deep in that add to your music too. People be feeling shit and they don't know what they feeling, but man, that's really just the anointing on that shit. You feel me? Like,
For sure.
which leads me to this question that says, how would you view thoughts on religion? I'm a preacher's kid, man, so I'm supposed to, go extra hard for religion. I definitely go hard for God, man. I don't think nothing would be possible without him. Not even like our next breath or our next sentence type shit. But as far as religion, I think religion is a practice that you choose, and spirituality is just who you choose to serve and what you choose to, you know, kind of who you choose to follow, essentially. So, kind of like social media, when you follow somebody, like, they said, how many disciples Christ had? 12? And, so, but the whole world, that's the most, that's as famous as it get right there, JC.
You hear me?
So,
for real.
It's a bunch of thoughts you can have on religion, but it's just follow what makes your heart full. But I definitely recommend God though.
For sure, for sure. Let me ask you two more before we get out of here.
For sure.
What do you feel the R&B scene is missing?
I feel like the R&B scene is missing. I think maybe just that feeling that we got in the 90s and the 2000s, right? It was a feeling that we got. It's a feeling when we turn on before I let you go from me, can I get a kiss goodnight? You know, like just we missing the begging and the pleading. Everybody wanna in their pride. Everybody got big egos, so ain't nobody really chasing it no more, you know. But it's okay to chase.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay. It's okay.
It is.
It's all right. Don't stalk now, but chase a little bit.
It's okay, man. That, like my girl would say, that was some player shit to say. Last question before we get out of here, and before you give these folks an amazing tiny couch performance.
Yes.
Give me your Mount Rushmore of R&B.
That's 4 heads, right? Currently? Like
Current
current
or
artists?
dead?
Oh, dead or alive?
Dead or alive, I'm sorry.
Oh, definitely Whitney Houston. Anita Baker. Luther Vandross. And can Michael Jackson be R&B? Or is he pop? That's like saying, okay, so I'll pick somebody else. Because I see that is pop.
That's a good question.
Is he R&B or what?
That's a really good question. Because it's like the first half, you know, the beginning of his life, total R&B.
Right.
The Jackson 5. That's a good one.
Right.
That's a good question to ask. So we're going to leave that out there. But you can get one more.
One more? Shit, me? Fuck y'all talking about.
Ooh, ain't nobody ever put theyself on the...
I can't put Mike there. I'm going to have to put myself right there.
Man, I know that's right. Go ahead. Well, I'm so glad that you was able to grace the couch, the cars with your presence, man. I always tell you, you give me Erykah Badu vibes, which is man, keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not like her, but you got her spirit. And we know that she's very impactful. I would call her Mother Nature. Her name should be Mother Nature.
Yeah.
She definitely, man, she's something else. But I thank you so much for blessing the couch, the cars. Like I say, thank you for coming on. You.N.O, tell the people where they can follow you at.
Yep, you guys can follow me at Treasur Nicole. That's everywhere that you're active. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Treasur Nicole.
And what you got coming up next?
I am recording a new album called Girl's Best Friend. It's gonna be for my ladies for the summertime. I got a show coming. It's coming. It's called Inside the Chest Podcast, man. And I also will be with the alongside the Humble King 290 Mo. And you know, it's just y'all gonna see me on your TV screens, man. Don't sleep. Stay woke.
Stay woke. I like that. So thank you again for watching the episode of You.N.O with Bree Nicole, Treasur Nicole. Stay tuned for Treasur Nicole's
everything
tiny couch performance.
Yes, ma'am.
Peace and love.
I've been on my Tupac, Jay-Z, Kanye shit. Another motherfucker to play with. Another lover in the lion's pit.
Let me spit.
When we get alone, it's a jungle. When we get alone, oh, it's trouble. But we keep going back to bed. We keep going back. Sipping on my Beyonce Whitney, left that flow. A pretty face that ain't scared to say no. Don't need my race, just know we don't run slow.
Let me call